Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Well, today is a very special day because we are heading up to Paine Fld, KPAE, Snohomish County. I'm probably saying that wrong. 100% I'm probably saying that wrong. But that's where we're going. We're going up to the Boeing City. Yes, Paine Fld. That's where they manufacture and make all the heavy metal like the 777s, the 787. And I've downloaded and added on the special, the add-on for that airport with all the aircraft, the factory, the offices, the terminals, everything, and it looks fantastic. So that's where we're heading today. Now what makes this trip special is we're going to pick up our brand new 787-9 for Jet-in Airways. It has been there, it has been worked on, it has been painted, and it's ready to go. So we're going to pick up our very own Jet-in Airways 787-9, and we're going to fly up there with a crew, with a team, and we're going to pick up this lovely new plane. Now what I've done, I've put this flight plan together using Little Nav Map, and I've done a little bit in the game menu as well, and I exported it from Little Nav Map into Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'll show you how I do all that on another video. So all I need to do is go into the world map here, and I click on More, and then I click on Load and Save. Load from this PC, and I come down here and I look for the one that I've installed, Portland to Boeing Fld updated. So I'll click on that one and I'll click Open, and this will take it straight into the FMC of the 787 Horizon 787 that I'm flying up to Paine Fld. So here we are. We've got our flight plan in here, and it's a lovely flight plan. I really like it, and I'll show you all the waypoints that I've put in when we get into the plane and we're doing the FMC. It's a bit of a dog leg here around here. If you're going to use the proper approach, there is a bit of a dog leg, and then we're departing down here in Portland. And we've got a lovely sort of slow curve round to the right as we head up to Paine Fld. So that's all done for us, and as you can see, if you zoom right in to Portland here, I'm departing from gate C number 15. And we have got passengers. We've got flight crew. We've got people on board for this flight and the return back with the new Jet-in Airways 787. We've also got some Boeing staff members, Boeing workers and executives on board, because they travel to and fro from Paine Fld and Portland, in between Portland and Paine Fld, quite regular. So we've taken the opportunity to take a full load of passengers, and not only our flight crew and executives, but also some people that work for Boeing. So they'll be heading up there. So that is all good. We can click on Fly now, and we'll head down to Portland Airport. Right, so here we are at Portland. It is a lovely airfield, a lovely airport. I haven't added anything on to Portland. This is a stock, standard, vanilla, out-of-the-box airport, and it actually looks quite nice. I mean, if I'm coming and going here on a regular basis, I will do the upgrade. But just as a standard out-of-the-box airport, this is quite nice. I've done a couple of flights in and out of here in the last few days with one of our Jet-in pilots, Alan, in Australia, and we've both commented, it is a nice airport for a stock standard airport. It is very, very cool. We've got a Frontiers aircraft there, a 7-3, I think it is, or maybe a little Neo, I think. And here is the beautiful Horizon Simulations 7879. Not a heck of a lot different to the Jet-in Airway, I've got to say. We have blue engines, we have a blue tail as it sweeps down onto the body there. We have an orange line, not the red, and of course we have our own logo on the tail, and of course our own name on the side of the plane. But I chose this one for Jet-in Airways just because of the detail of the modeling outside, the texturing. It is just so beautiful. It is really good. Even professional pilots and big time YouTubers have flown this plane, and they say it is awesome, and everyone is pretty much blown away by the texturing and everything on this plane. It really is beautifully done, and it flies beautifully. A few upgrades from the default 787. You need the default 787 in the deluxe version of Flight Simulator to be able to install this. But the good news, it is free. You can find it on flightsim.to, and it's absolutely free. And this is another reason why I chose it for Jet-in Airways, so that more of our pilots can download it and fly for Jet-in Airways, and it doesn't cost them any money. So it's a beautiful plane. Let's go ahead and get into the cockpit, shall we? There's a few things we need to do because it is a full flight and we are taking a lot of people. So we need to get things ready for that. I'm going to turn my camera off so we can see around the cockpit a bit better as I hit all the buttons and do all the controls and get things set up properly. Let's get underway here. We do have a lot to do today. Okay, so the passengers are boarding now and getting comfortable.
Portland ground November 3828 Yankee requesting the end of pushback.
I think we'll shut the door. It's a bit noisy out there. There we go. We'll shut the door. Too noisy out there for me. Okay, so while the everyone's getting on board and getting comfortable.
November 3828 Yankee with Alpha ready to taxi IFR.
We'll go ahead and start the APU. Test the passenger sign. Anti-ice can go on to auto. Our baggage looks like it's ready to go on board, so let's get that organized. We need to load up our luggage, otherwise we're going to get into a lot of trouble at the other end. We will get in a lot of trouble at the other end if we don't bring all the suitcases. I just love all these animations and the things that happen outside. I just enjoy watching it and seeing what's going on. They work hard, these boys. They really do work hard to keep Jet-in Airlines running smoothly. And they do a great job, I have to say. They do a great job. And there we go. We have the luggage going up there into the hull. Well done, boys. Thank you. Appreciate all your work there. Very cool. Right, so we have the APU running. Let's come over and switch on a few things down here. We're going to be doing a few things, so we'll put our beacon light on. Our packs can go on. Right, so let's prepare our autopilot and such like things here. Cruise out, we'll take that up to 250. And turn on our flight directors and our vertical speed. We will set up 24 will be okay for us. We're going to level out at 10,000 feet initially, and then we'll head on up to 19,000 feet a little bit later on. So we'll come down here and I will put the auto brakes on rejected takeoff. Have our brakes on, and I think our passengers must be just about on board and ready to go, I would say. Might just see if I can adjust this. Let's see if I can adjust the seat a little bit. Let's come in here, general options, camera, horizon position, is that the one? No, that's not the one. Height, here we go. Let's take my seat up a little bit. See how that looks. Resume. Yeah, that's quite cool. I like that. Gives me good visibility while I'm taxiing and doing stuff. Very nice. Good view.
Captain, passengers are on board and ready to go. Jet-in
Wonderful.
Airways welcomes you aboard.
Thank you, Amanda. Right, so we can go ahead now and get the jetway taken away. Not that it was actually attached properly in the first place.
Portland ground jet Juliet India 1039er. Could you please disconnect the jetway from the aircraft?
Right, we have our pushback tug there, waiting for us patiently and ready to go. That is nice. Ground crew are all clear. So we have got clearance for taxi. So let's just check everything up here. We'll go through a bit of a flow, and we'll put our taxi lights on, navigation and wing lights, takeoff lights. We don't really need yet. We're going to be starting our engines when we push back, so we're going to turn on our fuel there, and we can go ahead and get some pushback. Request pushback.
Portland ground jet Juliet India 1039er requesting pushback.
Juliet India 1039er pushback request accepted.
And we're going to get our tail pushed to the left.
Portland ground jet Juliet
Our left, I think that's how it works.
pushback tug to steer the aircraft.
Our left and not their left. I'm not sure. Let's hope I've got that right again. Make sure our brake is off. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like we're heading around to the left. So that will do us nicely as we taxi down to the runway. Taxi down to runway 28. Right. Beautiful pushback. Well done, guys. That is fantastic. Don't need any extra add-ons for that, guys. No add-ons needed at all.
Portland ground jet Juliet India 1039er requesting the end of pushback.
Look at that. What a perfect pushback. We are straight heading, pointing in the right direction and almost straight on the yellow line. That is fantastic. Thank you, guys. No extra add-ons required. I hate all the extra add-ons to make things work. The game runs perfectly, adequately, straight out of the box. You've got everything you need, including the flight planning. Every add-on you put into the game will slow you down and will make your life more complicated. The only thing I add on is my favorite airports, the airports that I like, and the planes. Right, so we are all good. Let's start up our engines. Go through a bit of a flow here. Everything looks good there. Throttles in the idle position, speed brakes are up, flaps are up, speed brakes are down and flaps are up. Windscreen wipers are turned off. Okay. Fuel pumps are on, so we're going to turn both engines on at the same time, which you can do in the 787. Depending on the weather conditions. If it's absolutely freezing cold outside, you may turn on one engine at a time. But in normal conditions like today, you can flick them both on at the same time. Oil temperature, pressures, quantity, everything is looking good there. There's our fuel quantity for today down there. Now these are General Electric engines. The difference will be with our Jet-in 787. When we pick up our Jet-in 787 today, it has the Rolls-Royce engines. I've opted for the Rolls-Royce engines in the Jet-in 787-9. So that will be the main difference with between the Horizon, or this one we're flying, and the one we're going to pick up at Paine Fld. Right, so engines are running. We'll come up here. We will turn off the APU. Emergency lighting is armed. Flaps we will put down to 5. And we'll just confirm that on the MFD here. Flaps are at 5. And our ILS for today. ILS for the day is 109.30, so we're going to do that now. I I have been known to forget to do that. 109.30, 16 right, 109.30. So let's punch that into there. 109.30. And this side, I'm not sure if I need it on both sides. Maybe not. Let me know in the comments. Because I am learning as I go with this. I am learning as I go. 164 is our heading. 164. Maybe I don't need to do it on every side. I'm used to the old Boeing NG. And that's the way we did it on the old Boeing NG, but maybe on this one it's not really needed. Right, so we're going to taxi, and we're all good to go. We're clear to taxi. Park brake off, and a little bit of juice. And we're good to go. Now when you're turning, as you're taxiing, you want to be around about ground speed of 10. There's our ground speed there. We can taxi around in between 20 and 30, but when we're turning around a corner as we taxi, really want to be no faster than ground speed of 10. That pushback was really nice, absolutely perfect, right on the yellow line pretty much. Very, very good. Very, very good. So let's just check our ground speed here. We're doing 12, so we're a little bit slow, but that's fine. You don't want to be too fast. I do like having my seat a little higher like this. It really does give you a good view as you taxi. And as we land and come in, it will give us a really nice position as well to see everything. So I'm taxiing at 14, ground speed of 14, that's okay. Taxi lights are on. A little bit slow, but you know, it's a smaller airport. These taxiways are not huge. A little bit cloudy today, but don't know if we're going to get much of a view, I'm afraid. Last few flights I've done have been rather cloudy. I think we're due for a beautiful crystal clear day. I think when we pick up our Jet-in Airways 787, we're going to bring it back to Portland, get it ready, and then we're heading down to San Francisco. First thing, we've got to get it over to Paine Fld, Boeing Field, and check it all out and have a look. Pretty exciting stuff today. Picking up our new plane for Jet-in Airways. Right, let's go through our before takeoff checklist here. Flaps down 5. Brakes on rejected takeoff. Landing lights on. Taxi lights can go off. Auto throttle will go on. LNAV is on. Vertical speed is on. and altitude set to level out at 10,000 feet initially. So we're going to have a toga takeoff today, toga departure. We're going to get the plane rolling, and then we're going to hit the toga, and we'll be away. Really enjoying this Horizon 787-9, and love it to bits. That is why I'm going to pick one up, all painted in the Jet-in livery scheme, which is what our mission is today, to get up to Paine Fld and check out our brand new Jet-in Airways 787-900 that is there ready to go for us. We're going to pick it up and bring it back to Portland, where we will prepare it, get it all ready, and then head down to San Francisco. Okay, so let's bring the speed up. It should be around about 40%. Get everything rolling. Then hit the toga. Hit toga. Throttles come right up. Wait for the call out. Right, flaps up. We're climbing up to 250 knots. Flaps up again. And we're coming up to our first waypoint here. I'm going to switch that over to map. Now, so we are traveling at 200 knots and we're at 10,000 feet. We're going to go a little bit higher and a little bit faster. So let's just come on over here and we'll do a little bit of work here. We'll take this up to 280 and we're going to climb up to 19,000 feet. Vertical speed we will increase, take it right up a little bit, and there we go, and we will head back up to we'll head up to 19,000 feet. A little bit cloudy, can't see much of a view today. We have got some lovely mountain views up ahead, but we may not see too much, unfortunately. Still figuring things out with this plane as I go. I'm almost, well, I'm not almost there. I've still got quite a lot to learn. But we will get there. We will get there. So we're heading up now to 19,000 feet. That is good, and we're on our flight plan. Let's have a look at our waypoints. Our next waypoint, Webbim, we need to be at 19,000 feet. KS12E, 19,000 feet. Hoovus, we will come down and we'll be at 9,700, and we will start coming down from there. So top of the descent is KS12E. That is 16 nautical miles away. Not that far to go, to be honest. Let's bring up our plan here. We've got some mountainous areas. See the mountain here? And we've got a mountain here. There's about 3 mountains. Volcanoes. I think they're volcanoes. But it is a very, very scenic flight. On a clear day, you can see those mountains, and you almost feel you can just reach out and touch them. They are beautiful. Oh, there's the third one here. There's one here, a small one. And there's 1, 2, 3 volcanoes that we're flying. I think they're volcanoes. I'm pretty sure they are. Not sure of the name. If you know the name of these volcanoes that sit between Portland and Paine Fld, let me know in the comments. That would be very cool. So there's KS12E. We will start our descent there. And coming up now towards 19,000 feet. Let's come over to our flight officer's seat. Have a bit of a look around. I love this plane, the way it's textured inside. It's high fidelity. It looks nice. It's just, it's home away from home. It's like you're just sitting in a really luxury little office somewhere. Well, it's what I'm doing actually. I am sitting in a little office flying the simulator. Beautiful. Doesn't look too nice out there. Does not look nice at all, I have to say. Looks a bit bleak, doesn't it? Doesn't look that nice at all. Okay, coming up to Webbim there. Right, so we're out of the most mountainous area. This is the most mountainous area, this bright yellow. So from here on in, it's going to be a gradual descent down towards Hummus and Devon. Okay, so we are just crossing through Hoovus now. And so we're going to start coming down in our altitude. We're going to come down to 7,000 feet. We're going to start our descent good and proper now. As we begin our turn towards Hoovus. Here we go. Oh, Devon now. We're coming down to Devon. We're going to be at 7,500. I'm coming down to 7,000 feet as we come in towards that that waypoint here at Devon, and then we'll be doing a bit of a dog leg as we spin around to come in for our final approach into runway 16 left, is it? 16 left. Let's hope we can get a nice smooth butter landing today. I've had a few rough ones lately. It's a bit disappointing when you do a whole flight and then end the flight with a rough landing or no landing at all. It is quite upsetting and disappointing. when you put all that time into doing a nice flight plan and doing a nice flight. So let's hope for a good landing today. Big thanks to Alan, one of our pilots, who has been giving me some hints and tips. He is a good pilot, I think, quite a good pilot. He's good with the 737s, and he's getting on top of this 787 rather quickly, so he's doing a great job for Jet-in. Thanks, Alan, for all your hints and tips. It's always been a great help to me, and that's one of the good things with being part of a group. On the Discord, you can help each other, you can ask questions and support each other. Right, coming up to our next waypoint, Sevely, our next waypoint. Sevely, our next waypoint, 5,000 feet. Come on down now to Sevely, and then we're going to do our bit of a dog leg. You can see the dog leg there as we come in to line up the runway. Coming around now, and we will be on finals. Let's see if we can pick up some diamonds and get that lovely glide slope, shall we? See if we can get that coveted glide slope lock on. Get our speed down to 150. Got some diamond there. A little diamond there. It's going to start coming down soon. Down to 153, I think it is 153. That is a good speed. There is our runway directly ahead of us. And we're going to intercept the glide slope from underneath, which is a good thing to do. As soon as I see that diamond coming down, I will lock on. We're all configured nicely. Bring some flaps down. Flaps down. Speed is good. And there are the lights, the runway lights. Here's our diamond coming down now. So let's hit approach hold, and we have a solid diamond, and we are locked on to the glide slope, so that is a good thing, guys. Beautiful scenery now. We're down through those clouds. We're on the glide slope. We will get ready to turn off our autopilot, and we're going to taxi out to the left. coming down nicely. This is it, guys. This is Paine Fld, where we're going to pick up our beautiful 787-9. I'm just so excited. So excited about that. Okay, autopilot off. Oi, oi, oi. My gosh. What happened there? I turned the autopilot off and it just dropped out of the sky. That was terrible. That was scary stuff. I turned the autopilot off and it just dropped. And I didn't have replay mode on, so I can't really investigate that. Otherwise I would have played it back and done some analysis, but that was a bit of a hard landing. That was a very hard landing. I tried to pull the nose up, but it didn't respond very well. So I bounced and then I pushed it down and we managed to settle, but it was a bit here and scarum, I'm afraid. Happy with the approach though. Just have to look into that, why I sort of dropped out of the sky. We need to check out, as soon as you turn the autopilot off, the plane just sort of drops onto the runway. Okay, so let's taxi up here to parking. And you'll see this airport is absolutely stunning, absolutely amazing. This is the home of Boeing, guys. This is where they make and paint the 777, the big 777s, all the heavy metal. This is where it is made and it is painted. The 787 and the 777. You'll see heaps of 777s all parked around the place here, all lined up, ready to be painted, ready to go to their new airline owners. And it's just a fantastic place. Have a look at this. Have a look at these planes. They are incredible. Let's bring our flaps up. Just about every airline you can imagine. You can see them there all lined up. They've all been painted. They've all been made. The 777, I think they get their wings attached here and all painted. It is the home of the heavy metal, guys. Now, I know we've been to Renton where they make the 737. They used to make the 737NG and they're now making the 737 MAX. But this is the home of the heavy metal. All 787s and 777s. It is a beautiful place. Look at them. All lined up there. They're all being worked on, or they're ready to be delivered. We're heading over to that terminal on the right hand side. That's where we will park. And don't forget, tonight our stream, 8 o'clock Kiwi time. We'll be back at this airport to pick up our beautiful 787-900 for Jet-in Airways, painted in the Jet-in Airways livery. It will be here for us. That's why we are here. So I'm going to park up. I've got a lot of paperwork to do. I've got to do some things officially with the crew and with the flight crew. Go through some briefings. And then tonight, 8 p.m. we are back and we're going to actually have a really good look at our 787-9 for Jet-in Airways, and I'm also going to take you on a bit of a tour of this lovely airport. So that will be fantastic. There is a lot to see, I assure you, a lot to see. The terminals are all modelled beautifully. There are lots of people and checkouts. There are restaurants and cafes and shops inside the terminal. We're going to go inside the terminal. We're going to have a look at all that. There are offices. There are lots of people here working for Boeing, so we will see all their offices as well as getting a good look around the workshops, the hangars, and the planes that are being worked on. It is just amazing, guys. So that is 8 p.m. New Zealand time for this stream. Here we go. Here are all the airlines here, all having their planes worked on. All these 787s, look at them. United, Qantas, all lined up here beautifully. American Airlines. What a beautiful place, guys. I could spend hours here just looking around, looking at all these planes and the liveries. I really could. Okay, so this is our parking spot. We need to disembark all our passengers that we brought up, a lot of Boeing staff and executives, and of course all our flight crew and managers and people as well from Jet-in Airways. So we'll park here and disembark, and then we'll get all our business done today, and we'll be back tonight for the live stream where we pick up our lovely, amazing, beautiful 737-9 for Jet-in Airways. Look at that. Now already you can see in the windows of these terminals people walking around. You can see the restaurants, you can see the offices, all sorts of things. So tonight you are going to get a tour of these buildings, and it will be just full on. It will be amazing. Right, well, we need to unload. We need to unload and get all our business done here so that we can pick up our Jet-in Airways 787-900. So I'm going to have to leave you here, guys, and I will catch you back later tonight, 8 p.m. Kiwi time, where we take ownership of our brand new 787-900, and we're going to fly it down to Portland, but we're also going to have a tour of the airport. Thanks for watching. Make a comment below, give us a like, subscribe if you like these kind of videos, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget, check out the other videos on our channel, and you'll also find our Discord, and welcome to join our Discord as well. New pilots welcome, and you can all fly for Jet-in Airways, do our routes, and just have a bit of fun. We're casual fun flyers here, nothing too serious. Take care, guys. Enjoy your flight simulator. See you again tonight, 8 p.m. Kiwi time for the stream. Cheers.